Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A flooding crisis in the midst of a pandemic. Tonight, thousands of families spending the night away from their homes, many in shelters, unsure of when they'll be able to return.
4 to 5 days at least before the water recedes.
A closer look at the damage revealing it could take years for these communities to recover. Tonight, the river has crested in the Midland area, but it could still be days before towns are no longer underwater.
The TITTABAWASSEE River cresting around 5:30 tonight at 35 feet, which was actually 3 feet under what many expected. Well, despite the widespread devastation, no deaths or injuries have been reported. It all started last night with the Edenville Dam failing, flooding down into Midland and the town of Sanford. Our Jason Colthorpe is on the ground in Midland County. Jason, the images we saw during the day were unbelievable. What's the situation like there now?
Well, you want to talk about small victories, Kim. 35 feet, celebrating that because it didn't hit 38 feet. Flood stage for that river is 24 feet. So put that in perspective. But if you want a small piece of good news, the water level here behind me in downtown Midland has receded a couple feet. But if you look out a little further by that stop sign, it's well lit. The water still moving swiftly through these areas into the courthouse, over what should be a road, what should be a parking lot, what should be a farmer's market, and high up on those signs. And we found more people tonight whose lives have just been devastated by this disaster.
Good news, but still sobering.
It was almost a surreal piece of good news for the Midland County Emergency Management Team to announce. The TITTABAWASSEE River had crested at 35 feet.
It's kind of hard to say a 30-foot flood or a 35-foot flood is good news, but it's certainly better than 38.
It's still 11 feet above flood stage, and the area is still days away from those waters receding. 24 hours after the Edenville and Sanford dams were breached, people around Midland County were still in shock.
There's what appears to be a car upside down underwater.
Even on the foundation.
There is, yeah, because our house should be right here. Actually, our house has moved. This is where our house should be. This is where it is.
On the Tobacco River near the Edenville Dam, people tried to salvage what they could. This homeowner floating his snowmobile and golf cart to higher ground.
Quite a few people here that are year-round, and they're washed out.
The washout came from Wixom Lake in Hope, which is now virtually empty, leaving homeowners stunned at the new view from their lakefront property.
This was our summer home for the whole family. This is just devastating. Yeah. This is where we've been coming since I was born.
15 miles down the TITTABAWASSEE in downtown Midland, rushing water filled parking lots and roads up near the tops of street signs.
A lot of our folks in this community who had damage and loss have really just recovered. This is just, I think, going to have an impact not only on them financially, but emotionally.
And when she says just recovered, she's referring to flooding that was called historic in 2017. Many of those people still getting over that flood, and now they have to deal with this one, described as a 500-year type event. Now, all eyes tonight are on the Sanford Dam. That one is still intact structurally, even though it did fail, unlike the Edenville Dam, which broke away and came down the river. That one's still intact. The water's just rushing around it. They're watching that to make sure it stays that way. In Midland tonight, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
You know, at 5 and 6 o'clock in our newscast then, Sean Lay brought us images from Wixom Lake, or what was Wixom Lake. Any idea of what the future of that might be, Jason?
Boy, it's the million-dollar question. The locals look at you and just say, we think it's gone. We think it's gone. It might become a river. They're not sure. There's some water north of it. And these folks who live on the river have been fighting with the owners of the dam there for a couple of years as water levels had gone down. And they just got a huge victory last year when they raised the levels back up. One lady saying that, you know, without the water, my property is worthless. And now instead of being 7 feet below, it's gone completely.
Just
so
incredible.
It's really devastating there.
Indeed. Okay, Jason, thanks.
Governor Whitmer touring the damage in the Midland area today, praising the first responders for their hard work during last night's evacuation effort.
At this juncture, we're very pleased to see a 10,000 person evacuation that has, I think, gone as well as something like this can go. And so it's a tribute to the local leadership, and we want to acknowledge that, and to all the people of this great community doing their part.
As for the Edenville Dam and how it suddenly failed, the local 4 defenders have been digging into its history and inspection record. We will have that story and how the dam's owners are responding to its failure ahead tonight on Local 4 News at 11.
Well, Ben has been monitoring the dangerous conditions in Midland. Ben, that area got absolutely hammered with rain leading up to the dam failures.
Yeah, I mean, we were looking at 7-8 inches of rain in 48 hours upstream. And of course, that water's all got to go downstream at some point. And then eventually you saw the results. Let's look at the forecast, though, for the TITTABAWASSEE. And Jason was talking about how that river crested and folks are sort of breathing a sigh of relief. It's come down a little bit since earlier this evening, but look at that observed value, 34.13. That was at 10:30 tonight. That observed value is still above record levels. 33.9 up until this point was the highest that river's ever been. And there's a long way to go. You can see when those purple dots finally get below that orange line, that's when that river's going to go below flood stage, but that's probably going to be late Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening before that happens. Back home, Lakeshore flood warnings have been extended for Wayne and Macomb counties. We're still looking at those east winds through tomorrow. So now those warnings up until 4 p.m. on Thursday. We showed you some of the pictures of the roads being underwater there on the east side. So it looks like more issues going forward. And still some issues for the River Raisin and for the Huron River in Hamburg Township, but that's minor flooding, especially compared to what they're dealing with up north. Coming up, we'll talk more about your Memorial Day weekend. There are some changes to that forecast and next week as well. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Hey, sounds good, Ben. Thank you. And our coverage of the devastation doesn't end here. Local 4 News today will be back in Midland live starting at 4:30 a.m. to bring you any overnight developments.
Tonight, Ford Motor Company has reopened its Dearborn truck plant after a temporary closure because a worker tested positive for the virus.
Today, the coronavirus took the lives of 43 Michiganders as 659 new cases of the virus have been confirmed. Late tonight, Governor Whitmer issuing a revised executive order concerning nursing homes. The new order ensures hospitalized COVID patients are discharged only to nursing homes that can safely isolate them. Other headlines: Michigan's unemployment rate in April skyrocketing to 22.7%, with most businesses still shut down. That's the highest ever on record.
The owner of one Oakland County restaurant says he is reopening tomorrow, not for carryout, but for dine-in service. Mara McDonald live in New Hudson tonight. Mara, we have seen some other businesses in the area open kind of in defiance of the governor's order, but not a restaurant.
Well, here we go, Devin, and this one is called Molly Pitcher's Cafe, and it is not a standalone restaurant. It is part of the overall complex here at Huron Valley Guns, which has the gun shop, range, restaurant, as well as a barber shop. And tonight the owner says he's reopening his restaurant despite the governor's executive order. Gun shops have remained open during this virus outbreak, but up until this point, Ed Swadish, owner of Huron Valley Guns, has only kept the gun portion of his complex open. Tomorrow, all that changes. He's opening his restaurant, and he announced his rationale on the store's Facebook page. "We will not obey illegal orders," it says. "We went along with the flattening of the curve concept, but we never agreed to closing until the virus is eradicated." I called Swadish tonight, and while he didn't want to do an on-camera interview, we talked about his reasoning. He'll tell you that he believes this virus is real and that it has been deadly. However, he told me he also believes it has been politically weaponized, as he put on social media. "When all the states that are still on lockdown are Democratic, I have to assume there are politically charged motivations." Swadish told me he's not worried about any licensing issue over his decision to open the restaurant, but the barber shop in his complex is remaining closed because the stylists are concerned about their licenses. A search of Huron Valley's social media shows his opposition to the governor's executive orders. The menu for tomorrow's opening has already been printed up, dubbed the Freedom Menu. Back here live, so what's the restaurant going to look like tomorrow? Swadish tells me you as a customer do not have to wear a mask. However, his servers will wear masks. They will wear gloves. Tables will be socially distanced. They've got picnic tables set up outside here. And everything that comes to the table will be disposable. Condiments, the whole thing. Kimberly, Devin, we're live in Lyon Township tonight. Back to you.
Well, Mara, if he's not concerned about licensing issues, what about fines?
Well, I think that is an issue, and it's going to be interesting to see what goes down here once this actually reopens. I mean, does Dana Nessel step in like she did in the Owasso Barber case? Also, what about the Oakland County Health Department? Are they going to come out here?
Yeah.
I guess we wait and see. Back to you.
Yep. All right, Mara.
Well, still ahead, new research uncovering new symptoms of the coronavirus.
Dr. Frank George will break down these two new studies and the one symptom of COVID-19 that should cause you to self-isolate in your home immediately if it happens. But first, the Local 4 defenders uncovering new information about past inspections about the dam that failed last night and who could be responsible for the catastrophic flooding. That is next. It's felt like someone hit the pause button on the whole world. Now, as we wait to see what the next chapter will be, we do know this is going to be with us for a while.
As we settle into this new normal, Local 4 and Click on Detroit are here,
helping keep you informed with facts. We all have a part to play in this recovery.
We're out here covering stories as they happen,
so you know what's really going on to help you make informed decisions.
It's all about moving forward. We're right